Hello everyone! Today we're doing Banquet Ablaze with Rafayel. Oh my gosh! I've missed him so much! Rafayel received an invitation from a friend to attend a banquet celebrating a new winery opening in this country famed for its vineyards. Yet instead of staying at the winery, he brought me to an old apartment where he once lived. Guys, I am super duper excited for this one. That's why I had to read it now. Phew, now it actually looks livable. Is this the apartment? With the dust and clutter swept out, fresh air drifts into the tiny apartment at last. After another round of scrubbing the floor, I plop down to rest my gaze. My gaze lands on the paint-covered ceiling and walls. This looks so cozy. I would love to live here. Rafayel said he lived here before. Did he create these paintings himself? Although the paint has peeled and faded with age, I can still make out the bold colors and untamed brushstrokes. What is it of? Can you explain, MC? They're kind of similar to Rafayel's style, but there's something different about them.
What you looking at?
I'm just admiring the art. Did he create it with someone else? A familiar face appears in my line of sight. I grab his sleeve, point to the walls, and share my thoughts. Oh my god, it's so good to see him!
Ah, I see. You know, your artistic intuition is sharper than 99.8% of the world's population by now, Master.
Master? When you hang out with a talented artist all day, it's hard not to pick up a thing or two.
So, what else have you noticed? Tell me.
I see parts that were covered or painted over. Is it an underpainting? I frame a section of the ceiling with my fingers. Rafayel lies down beside me so we can look at it together. Sweet. I love this vibe. Right here, it's sort of like a black cactus, but if you look closely, there's orange and bright pink underneath. Why would the artist cover up the warm, vivid colors?
Well, it's because...
He leans closer until our foreheads touch. His voice is like a warm mist near my ear.
Colors that are bright like the sun? Sure, they're beautiful and passionate, but they can burn anyone who comes too close.
I feel like he's talking about
like
his
a kite with no string, the viewer will be caught in the scorching heat until they're nothing but ash.
What are you trying to say? Maybe he wasn't feeling all too well. Like in that Misty Invasion card. Rafayel doesn't answer me. He sits up and pulls me along with him.
Break time's over. Let's power through this and finish unpacking. Then I'll take you to the best seafood place in town.
Okay. This is typical of Rafayel to brush it aside for a while, and then it pops back up. As I stand, I notice a messy stack of sketches that wasn't there before. They're right next to our suitcases. What were you sketching of?
I just pulled these out from under a cabinet in the bedroom.
Ah. So they're old sketches. Sensing my confusion, Raphael slips the yellow, delicate pages into a bag as he speaks. Does he not want to show us them?
I thought I already collected all of his sketches, but it looks like he stashed some away.
His sketches? So those and the paintings on the walls aren't yours?
Yep, they're definitely not mine. Back then, I couldn't bring myself to paint for a while.
Oh.
These
So
works
it's
and this
somebody else's.
apartment belong to someone who was basically my art teacher.
It seems like it's someone important to him. You've never mentioned him before.
He's been missing for years.
Oh. Missing?
That's what the news said.
But in reality, he is.
In reality, I just let myself believe he was missing.
After carefully placing the sketches into a separate box, Raphael returns to unpacking our suitcases.
He liked the world above the waves. Many years ago, he left Lemuria to paint landscapes he had never seen before.
Did he get trapped?
Maybe he really did find his own utopia, and it was so enchanting that he forgot to come back.
Sounds unlikely. There is no sadness on his face. I'm not sure if I should ask any more questions, but then he closes the suitcase.
All right.
Oh,
Actually, wait. I almost forgot this.
Raphael puts a fancy-looking wine box on a prominent spot. It's the gift for the winery owner at tonight's banquet. Despite the bottle being tightly wrapped, the wine's rich mellow aroma quickly permeates the room. It's called Dionysus, named after the god of wine himself. It must taste amazing. Isn't
Sadly,
it some kind of
it's too strong for tonight's dinner.
Greek god or something like that? I don't remember. Raphael grabs my coat. Oh,
Let's get
oops.
going. We'll pick out something more suitable once we're at the restaurant.
Indeed. This is very typical of Raphael to just push aside his feelings and just act normal. After dinner, Raphael and I walk back with a small bottle of wine. It's a gift from the restaurant owner. Every now and then, we hear the clink of glasses and cheerful chatter from the shops. It mingles with the strong fragrance of wine in the evening air. I didn't expect the restaurant owner to actually know you. Is it a normal human or Lemurian? And they see you as Lil Raph, not Raphael, who's a famous artist. Or he just, kinda grew up here and that's how they know him.
In my defense, I wasn't exactly a kid at the time.
Teenager?
But
Then you're
I
still a
guess
kid.
if we're gonna use your human standards, I was technically underage.
A teenager. Maybe it's because of the wine that his voice is soft and languid. It's just like the moonlight above. After some thought, I decided to ask the question I couldn't bring myself to voice at the apartment. So, why did you live here at that time?
I'm too drunk to remember.
No, he's not! Nah. He don't want to talk about it. He wants to hide how he actually is feeling. Raphael covers his eyes and shakes his head, but his steps remain perfectly steady. I pat his cheek, which doesn't feel warm at all. So he's not drunk! Because usually you have a warm face. Liar. Let me ask another question. Were you unhappy when you lived here? I recall him saying he couldn't bring himself to paint at the time. Just like in the Misty Invasion when he talked about it. It seems like he had depressive episodes. And that means that these episodes can also come back.
I barely went out back then.
Sounds like depression. He plucks an unknown flower from the vines of a nearby wall.
The old butler who accompanied me was worried. He thought I might run into trouble, so he asked me to stay inside.
Was the butler in the Misty Invasion card? I don't
But my
exactly
teacher was
remember.
either painting or drinking. He spent 12 hours doing one thing, and the rest of the day was spent doing the other. Sometimes he'd bring me to the bars. We'd go from the eastern coast to the western coast. My job was to drag him home once he passed out.
Well, at least he dragged you outside. Wow, you were a caring underage fishy.
Yup. While he drank, I just stood outside and watched the world go by, one coast at a time.
Was it beautiful? Raphael responds with a slight smile, tucks the flower into my jacket's pocket, and takes my hand.
Do you want to see it for yourself?
Yeah. Following the path through rows of grape arbors, we arrive at the secluded coast. Oh, I love this backdrop.
Give me your hand. 1, 2, 3.
Don't mind if I do. Up we go! It's like she's just... Whoop! With Raphael's help, I scramble up a steep slope, and the entire coast unfolds before my eyes. Under the moonlight, the sea gleams with a silvery sheen reminiscent of sparkling diamonds. The cliffs are covered in lush foliage and flowering vines. White sea spray soars as the waves roll onto the shore to create an almost rhythmic murmur. This is gorgeous. No wonder there are so many bars here. I wouldn't mind drinking when there's a view like this.
When in Rome, do as the Romans do. You've only been here for a day, but you already fit right in.
Yes, bring the wine! Raphael finds a spot to sit and pass the ground beside him. He gives me the small bottle of wine.
The scenery used to be more beautiful than this. The sea was a vivid greenish blue, the meadows were full of daisies, and seagulls would circle those red cliffs.
What changed?
I'd sit here and watch the sun dip below the horizon. Then the moon started its shift.
The moon. It's still stunning. Somehow it feels soothing, like the ocean is washing my worries away. I sip the wine and I realize something. Maybe your teacher did that on purpose. To get him out, she means? I think that's... Oh. Maybe your teacher dragged you outside on purpose. Yes, definitely. You were depressed. He might have been trying to cheer you up. In a way he knows.
I doubt it. Art and booze were all that mattered to him. He wasn't the type to have hidden goals.
I don't know about that.
But if he ever makes it back from that utopia, I'll ask him.
He grips the bottle but doesn't drink. He just quietly looks at the sea. Nah, it's like he knows that it's true. I'm not sure if I should pry further, so I look around to find something that could lighten the mood. He's open but also very closed in. Like, even if we try to pry into his mind, into his feelings, he's very much like a man, you know? You said something about red cliffs. Where are they? I don't see them.
It's too dark right now. Besides, the winery's in the way.
Oh? He points to a manor-like building in the distance.
Hohenlos Winery. We're going there tomorrow night.
Fantastic. Oh, so that's its name.
You didn't bother to read the invitation and just followed me here. Aren't you afraid I'll sell you off?
He's so unserious. Oh my goodness, I love him. Ah, you guys, it's been such a long time since we read any of Raphael's cards, so I feel so nostalgic. Is that the feeling I'm having? I'm very happy, even though this card feels a little bit darker, should I say? Less wholesome, but this is good character development for Raphael. You're the one who said this was no big deal, but you came all the way here.
That's not what I said, cutie. I said the owner isn't exactly a friend of mine, but he's important. I've waited a long time for this invitation.
What does that mean? You have plans tomorrow? Do you have anything planned? I mean, seems like he has. Did you plan anything for tomorrow's banquet?
Of course. Isn't it already on that table? I'll be gifting the fine wine I've carefully prepared as a present.
I nod a few seconds later. I'm unable to shake off this odd feeling. You and me both, MC. You and me both. He's gifting a wine. And he's been waiting for this invitation. I'm feeling a bit like... could be some kind of revenge, because we've also talked about his teacher not being here. I think he knows more than he's letting on. Raphael rests his head on my shoulder, takes a tiny sip and gives the bottle back to me.
The breeze is perfect tonight. Let's stay here for a while longer. Drink as much as you want. We'll sleep it off later. We'll rest until tomorrow, when the banquet begins.
That's gonna be interesting. I'm expecting something dark to happen, but we'll see, we'll see. Because of how it's been building up, I'm guessing, and also because he looked kind of sad in the promise card. Although visually, oh my gosh, I love it. One of my favorite cards, but he looks so saddened, in pain, like there's something. Music drifts through the lavish ballroom that's filled with guests. As soon as Raphael appears, a man hurries over to greet him.
Mr. Rafayel, welcome. I'm honored you decided to travel all the way here.
I wouldn't miss the grand opening of your new winery, Mr. Alden.
Mr. Alden. They shake hands before Raphael links his arm with mine.
This is Mr. Alden, and this is my companion.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Is it? We'll see. After a few polite words, Raphael presents the wine. Alden's face changes from surprise to sheer delight.
This is the Dionysus?
It's a small gift, nothing more.
Dionysus? Aren't there only 5 bottles of it in the world?
Expensive. That's what it's telling me. But what was he the god of? I don't remember. A sharp-eyed guest notices
My
the
goodness,
laboring
Mr.
guests.
Alden. You're very fortunate. Having enough money can't always guarantee you'll get it. I heard it fetched an enormous sum at an auction. Mr. Rafayel, were you the mysterious bidder?
It was more of a lucky find.
Sure.
I'm not a connoisseur, though. It'd be wasted on me. So I thought it should go to someone who truly appreciates it, such as Mr. Alden.
I feel like he's done something
If it
with
can
the
bring
wine.
joy to everyone for a grand occasion, then that's even better.
This is... You're too kind, Mr. Raphael.
We're probably gonna know soon. Alden thanks him profusely and summons the sommelier to take the wine away. I think the Dionysus is something... wine and something else related. Raphael maintains his courteous smile as he exchanges a few more words with Alden. Then he turns his attention to me. But what could it be? Festivities?
Why are you
Something that
staring
would
at me?
fit with this. Because you're super handsome! Raphael picks up a bite-sized pastry and holds it up to my mouth. It's just I haven't seen you in a crowd like this in ages. It's a little odd. How did you meet Mr. Alden anyway?
Aside from being in the wine business, he likes collecting art. He visited a few of my exhibitions overseas. He even attended that lecture I gave on Lemuria's art in Lincoln.
As we talk, we move to the other side of the hall. Glass display cases are thoughtfully arranged throughout the area. Each showcases items from Mr. Alden's personal art collection. What if it's stolen art or something? If that's it, then why did you give him something so valuable? You also said he was important. I ask the question that's been nagging me since yesterday. She also thinks it's odd.
As I've said before, a wine should be with someone who suits it. That's how it can fulfill its real purpose.
He suddenly stops in his tracks and his gaze is fixed on the wall behind me. I turn to see an oil painting. It shows a shimmering sea. Each wave's crest glimmers with highlights. Glitter? Those are...
Scales.
That just crossed my mind when she was like, those are... So he's been using scales for the art, this Mr. Alden? That's really despicable. That's horrendous. Now I definitely know why we're here. My eyes widen as I move closer to it. The color and gleam of those scales stand out. Why does this look so familiar? Could it be...
Okay, you've looked enough for today.
She knows it's Lemurian scales now, right? Not just fish scales. A hand covers my eyes, but it's too late. I remember now, those beautiful scales. I saw them on Rafayel before. A horrifying thought surfaces in my mind. I open my mouth, but no words come out. Is it the scales of his teacher? Do they have like the same scales, or is this actually Raphael's scales that they stole off of him? I don't know. If they have unique scales, that would make sense, but probably not. We haven't really gotten the information about that. So I'm thinking that it's the teachers. You knew that your teacher never made it to any utopia. He's so secretive!
Yes.
But I fully understand him. He's just protecting her from all of this darkness. The brilliant light in the hall hurts my eyes. Raphael remains calm, however.
He was
so
lured
different.
into a deadly trap by the two things he loved the most.
Two things he loved the most.
Then
Wine?
he was burned to ashes.
Raphael. All the puzzle pieces click into place. Why Raphael came here, why all that matters so much. And that wine, it isn't just a gift, right? It's like the teacher is gifting Alden this poisonous wine.
Wherever
like this.
Dionysus goes, madness and death follow.
Oh, that's why we're giving it!
He tempts mortals with the world's most sublime wine. They'll sink into its sweetness before resting in blissful oblivion.
Oh, is that what it means? Okay, then it makes sense. Applause fills the hall. Alden walks onto the stage under everyone's gaze and begins his speech. Maybe he'll drown.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad you could make it to Hohenloos Winery's grand opening. This is the
No
largest
gift
winery
would be more
our
fitting
family
than
has
that
ever
bottle
built.
of wine.
It represents my family's dreams that span generations.
Wow. I'm not sure if he's referring to Alden or his teacher. Both. Probably. Since they mean like both things, maybe? It's the perfect gift. Those who were wronged will find peace, and the greedy will be judged. Yeah, kinda both then. Then it was the perfect wine. I'm trying. There. And you, I hope this helps you move on. Oh, that sounded so painful.
I'd like to give special thanks to Mr. Rafayel. He has gifted us a remarkable wine for this celebration.
The spotlight suddenly moves as Alden raises his glass to Raphael. The bottle of Dionysus sits on the table beside him. That's gonna be his death. Probably.
Let's make a toast, everyone.
This is super interesting. I mean, we all knew he had this side to him. Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh my gosh! He looks so fine. Look at him. Ah! The guests raise their glasses. Raphael follows suit, but he doesn't turn toward the stage. So everyone's turned toward the stage, but he's showing his back and walking away. That's very symbolic. This is what I love about Raphael. Like, he is so different from what we see in the main story. That is only when you first see him. You don't get to know how he actually is until like the nest. Then you're like, oh, hold on, okay, this is... And with that person that died because they had a Lemurian skeleton. He lowers his gaze to the golden liquids It's as though he sees a memory
Cheers.
within it. He clings his glass against an invisible one. I hear him murmur something in Lemurian. Oh, please.
I'll come in, Nova.
I love that. What did you say?
I said,
He gently clings his glass against mine.
bon voyage.
Okay, bye, Alden. Bye-bye. We're never gonna see you again, it seems. But wouldn't it be weird if he dies now? Wouldn't we be like... No, you know what, Raphael? He knows what he's doing. And this is also why we don't know anything about his antics. We don't know anything about his revenge plots. Only in other POVs. After Alden's speech, Raphael tells me to wait here. He disappears into the crowd before I can say a word. And maybe he doesn't want her to see this side of him. I mean, this is quite a heavy side. Time passes, but he still hasn't returned. And just as I'm about to go look for him...
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Raphael, did something happen?
There are too many people for anything to happen.
Right now, yeah. But you're like a siren, so you might have whispered something into this wine and now it's poisoned. He takes my half-empty glass and chugs it in one go. Because he definitely did something with the wine, but nothing contaminating it, I think. I don't think it's that. He can manipulate things, definitely. Are you sure you're okay? Maybe he whispered something in Lemurian, like spell casting over it. What will he say to this? I don't think he will tell us.
Of course.
See? Maybe later. He doesn't want to worry us either, so I understand. I don't like this place. Can we go home? She's also feeling these vibes.
No.
Then where to? Raphael looks out the window. Muffled thunder rumbles behind the clouds, and lightning flashes. This reminds me of his branch story with
I want
when
to go
his
to the
eyes
beach.
turn. Then let's go to the beach! And when he turns into the sea god. And also his myth. The third one. Dark clouds loom overhead, waves roll in, and the water rises past our ankles. Maybe his feelings can control the weather. Raphael pulls out a tiny vial from his pocket. Something inside it shimmers faintly. Shimmer? As in scales, or something else shimmery? Paint? Glittery paint? Is it a vial? Some kind of liquid? What could it be? If it's not one of those. Scales, okay. He must have gone back for them when he told me to wait. Oh, so this is like, are we gonna do like a proper burial for the teacher?
Do you remember what I said, cutie? Life that's born in the sea ultimately returns to it. We find a different kind of eternity in the ocean's depths.
Does he want to throw the scales into the ocean as a burial for his teacher? A gentle flame envelops the vial as Raphael kneels and puts it in the water. Y'all, this card is good. The wave carries it away until the tiny ember vanishes at the point where the sea meets the sky.
A long time ago, he was the one who helped me leave this place.
Are you talking about your teacher?
Yeah, he kept just enough money for one final drink. He used the rest to buy 2 new identities for me and the old butler, and the tickets that had let us leave.
Oh! That's so kind. Oh my gosh, Raphael, he must feel so saddened. He looks at the winery in the distance. Silhouettes dance across the windows like scenes from an eerie play.
Now, I've finally returned the favor. I gave him a proper goodbye.
You did. He's carrying such pain, you guys.
Do you want to dance?
Yeah. This is so Raphael. Sure. Like he's even trying to distract himself. Before we know it, it's pouring. This is like how he's internally feeling. First the thunder, like anger, and then sadness. But we keep dancing, our clothes are soaked, the waves rise and wash over our legs. Wow, this is so beautiful! I can clearly see this scene in my head. Oh my. Why didn't we get Kindle moment? Can you guys imagine this? Like, this is beautiful.
The world is full of things that can swallow you whole if you let them. I need to find an anchor.
MC is the anchor. Otherwise, he might just drown in the depths of his own revenge and hatred. One of us falters, I'm not sure who, and we lose our balance. We fall into the ocean. Countless waves engulf me until a warm touch lifts me out of the cold water. This is very symbolic. His hand touched my waist and he pulls me up just before I sink. This makes me think back to the branch story. Raphael rests his head on my shoulder. We cling to each other, our bodies rising and falling with the currents of the dark waters.
So, you should tightly hold on to me.
And be his anchor. Yep. Half a month later.
Alden, the owner of Hohenloos Winery, was discovered in a barrel of his own wine this morning. He had drowned.
I knew he would drown, but not in his own barrel of wine. You know what? He was a murderer anyway, so... Raphael, you do you. Take revenge for your Lemurian people. Oh, this is so like, it's not something you would expect of Raphael. Like, first time you meet him, like in the main story, you kind of get, wait, Raphael? And then he just curveballs you again, and you're like, no, couldn't be. So you're like trying to think about reasons which could have happened to these people, but it's actually Raphael who unalived them. Not without
There were
reason,
no
though.
signs of foul play at the crime scene, and the police have initially ruled it as a suicide.
I'm really curious about how this happens. Gentle daylight filters through the curtains and spills across my open book. A blue ocean under the sun spans the page. Oh, I love his living quarters. Change the channel. She was like, I want to hear more!
I thought you weren't watching it.
Mm-hmm. On Raphael's lap, I respond, oh, I was listening.
You're so bossy.
Mm-hmm. Switch! Soothing music fills the room. Engrossed in our own quiet tasks, we lean against each other. The stormy night and everything that happened at the winery gradually fade from our minds. It's like clouds giving way to clear skies. After a while, he speaks.
Are you afraid of who I am, I mean?
Is that why you brought me to the winery? You wanted to see my reaction? I mean, he wants you to know the darkness inside of him, what he's capable of, but he's just didn't tell you everything, like, in every single detail. You just know what happened. You don't need it written. You don't have to even need it to be said. We know what happened. Raphael unalived Alden. And this has happened before.
I won't deny that was part of the reason.
Come closer, then I'll tell you. Y'all, we're gonna forgive him for anything. As he lowers himself, I wrap my arms around his neck and plant a chaste kiss on the corner of his lips. That's the answer. When we pull away, I notice an unusual gleam in his eyes. Does that answer your question? He's like, yes! She accepts my darkness! Wow, but he is such a fascinating character. Incredibly written. Oh, so cute! Avatar slacker. His job being a slacker. Oh my goodness. Might I say that this is now one of my absolute favorite cards. It wasn't too long, but it told us very much about Raphael and what he's capable of. He's not just this like bratty, funny guy. He has very much darkness inside of him. And it feels like it's brewing, especially when they showed us that the thunderstorm. It just felt like that was what he was feeling inside. And then when it started raining, the sadness took over. Like from anger to sadness. And having MC there with him to anchor him in this like hatred, this vengeful I think that's exactly what he needed. So having MC there, seeing this, being there with him, just controlling him in that way. And then for her also to know about these things. I mean, we know in the main story that something happens. Something happened! Yeah. Another rich man who had a Lemurian skeleton in an aquarium-like thingy. He died when he received a painting from Raphael. So it's like Raphael can curse objects that are gifted from him to someone else. It could be something like that. Or it could be that he kinda, when he's gifting something, this makes some kind of a link. So maybe he can be in this person's dream and make them like sleepwalk. And that's how he kills them? Could that be something? Very much like a siren? It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. I'm hoping we get to see more of this side, actually. But I think that delving deeper into this side could also make it a bit worse for him. Like he might succumb to it. So then MC will definitely need to be there for him. Because right now, she's just getting, like, specks of dust, like, here and there. There's like, here you have some information, here you have the puzzle pieces. Oh, I don't got all the puzzle pieces. No, you're not gonna get all the puzzle pieces. You're gonna get one, and then you're gonna get maybe a half one. Yeah. This is why I'm like, when people say that Raphael is just like a bratty, goofy guy, I'm like, oh, there's so much more to him. There's so much more to him. And it's not even hidden. Like, you can see it in the main story as well. You see it also in, like, the anecdote, and you see it in the world underneath. He's not exactly a very good guy to his enemies. You do not want to be his enemy. That's for sure. Do not want to be his enemy. Oh, my cat. Hold on. And I've also seen people, like, write about Raphael as if he's very feminine because of his, like, personality and how he looks. And I'm like, does it matter if he has potentially feminine features? No. Heck, feminine features are like the best kind of features because women are beautiful. but also, what? That is also something that is defined by society. What we deem to be more feminine or masculine or neutral. Does it even have to be defined? But going to his personality and how he is, I would say he's very masculine in the way that he does not show much emotions. Like, he can communicate his feelings, but he only does it to a certain point. While I feel like the other guys talk about it. But with Rafayel, it's like he comes to a point and then he just like stops and lets MC instead pry a little bit, and he doesn't really, he's like a clam or like an onion, like he has a lot of shells. He does know how to communicate. We've seen that in several cards, and especially in that spring card as well, and the Misty Invasion one. There are plenty of cards, but those are the ones that are on the top of my mind. And with this side of him, who would wanna flash this kind of side? No one. Like, it is not a good attribute to go around unaliving people, even though it is, you know, it's revenge for his people, and he is the sea god. He is the ruler of the Lemurians, and of course he feels a deep burden because of what happened to his people, to his home. Like, imagine something like that happening, and you're like this beloved ruler that loves his people, that wants everything good for his people, and then things like this happen to his people. They get tortured, turned into slaves and whatnot. Of course, it is easy to fall into that kind of vengeful spirit. And imagine how he must feel as well. Like, this is a heavy burden. This is a really heavy burden. Like, if you feel that the need to what's the word? The word is not coming to my mind. Well, if you feel the need for revenge and you act on it, you cannot possibly feel good about it when you are hurting people. And we know that. We see it. We see it in his face, in the card. We see that he is in pain. It's not like he's happy about it. So this might actually be a card further down where he is really struggling mentally because he's so closed off with these kinds of feelings. He's not telling MC how he's feeling about what he's doing. He's just like, I'm fine. And he believes that just having MC there will anchor him, but in fact, it will only anchor him to a certain point. And he might drown himself in these feelings. And it might even get much worse, which I think it could be. Y'all, I'm not ready for this. I don't want my fishy to suffer. Oh my gosh. I don't want him to suffer, but you know what? Infold likes to see us suffer, so... Well, they also make us laugh a lot of times, so... It's kinda... ±0. But still, I love this game. I love this game. And the characters, they feel real. They're very complex. They have their own darkness, some more than others. But they are not perfect in a sense that they're all like perfectly good people. Even though, like, Zane is close to that, definitely. Silas, yes, also closer than the other three. But I think Raphael is the most questionable one, and then comes Xavier. But this is also what makes it so interesting, and I love that they also bring up mental health issues, such as depression. They don't have to, like, outright mention all of, like, depression's symptoms, but we just knew at the beginning, without them even telling us about depression. We just knew that, okay, he didn't want to go outside. He wasn't feeling like he wanted to paint. Sounds like depression to me. And for some it's worse than others, but it feels like everyone has been depressed at some point. Like, not chronic depression. Like, you can have, there's so many different levels of depression. Like, you can just have it in a day and just feel like everything is crashing down, like you don't want to do anything. It's normal from time to time to have those kinds of feelings, but if you have it, like, frequently, you should definitely talk with, like, a therapist. And if that therapist is not helping you, switch until you find someone that is actually, like, listening to you, that you feel is helping you. Or a friend, a very good friend. I know a lot of people are very open with how they feel, especially I feel like here in Sweden we're very open with how we feel. We might not say to, like, acquaintances, like, oh, feel shitty or something like that. But with friends, we usually can talk with. I would say, for me, I'm a little bit more closed off. So, if I'm feeling down, I probably won't mention it. I don't think I ever really have mentioned it. Because I don't know, I just feel like it is very rare. I usually am a very, like, happy person, because I just feel like everything around me is just, it just feels very good. I have good friends, good family, like, healthy. There is not a reason for me. But even if there was, and there has been, I usually don't say anything. And I've actually gotten questioned this by friends. They're like, oh, you're never down, you're never depressed. Yeah. It's like I'm thinking, fake it till you make it. No, but generally I'm a very, very happy person, and I feel like I'm more of the pillar for everyone else. Like, I want everyone else around me to feel good as well. So I tend to be the person that listens, the person that gives advice, and I don't assume that people will always take the advice. Even if they want advice, people usually just want you to listen. And that's also why some people might get very agitated, like irritated with their friends, because they're like, Well, she listened, and she said that my advice was good, but she is not taking it. Because sometimes feelings just cloud our mind, and that's okay. It usually comes to them in the end. But this is why I like this game so much, because they also bring up these kinds of issues, and it doesn't have to be like in your face, and it doesn't have to be like all black and white. You can just feel it in the dialogue, what they're feeling, and you can see it in their gestures, because they've done such a good job with showing like the micro expressions, the body movements, everything like that. So that's something that we can also get better at. Just knowing when someone is uncomfortable, when something feels awkward, when something is off. We usually know that, especially with friends and family. If you're a very like perceptive person, I feel like for me, I'm very hyper aware. If I'm in a friend group and I see that someone didn't take a joke like a joke, and I see that they feel down, I will usually like I won't just ignore it, because I will see it and I will handle it in a correct way. And also, like, if someone is trying to say something in a group setting and I see that no one hears this person, I also am the person to be like, oh wait, hold on, this person wants to say something. And I feel like more people should be more like hyper aware. I don't know how it is all over in the world, but I feel like it might be different culture-wise. In Western society, probably more like, you know, individualistic. We want to be heard, we want to be known. Like, we take more space. But like when I've been in Japan, for example, I've also been in Thailand. It doesn't feel the same, especially Japan. So I don't think that is like some. I would say maybe like East Asia might be the same there. That they're not as individualistic in that sense, and that they have more of like this group thinking about the group, whilst Westerners think about the individual. And maybe that's also why I understand the group think a little bit more, because I also have that kind of thinking. Wow. Now I've been talking about all of that. Have I missed something? Probably missed a lot that I wanted to talk about. Anyhow, my cat wants my attention, so I'm gonna go now. Thank you all for watching. Bye bye.